Yes, I am back. I am going to be reviewing Classroom Crisis. So, a lot of Chibits told me, Chibi, where is the reviews of Classroom Crisis? Did you drop it? Where are they? Where is Rompo? I'll talk about Rompo at a later date, but there's been so many Chibits that have said, like, where is Classroom Crisis? And after hearing you all out, seeing so many comments from you, and, you of all a part of this community, we have formed this community together, I decided to give Classroom Crisis another chance. The reason why I personally dropped it, like, for review-wise, is because I just wasn't a big fan of the beach episode that one week. I really wasn't. I'm just not a big fan of that type of stuff. I'm really not. And I know that's my personal preference, and I mean, I know, and that's just my personal opinion on it. I'm just not a fan of those type of episodes, and I just didn't want to just talk about that and kind of put that down just through majority of an entire video. So that's kind of why I just dropped it right then and there, and I just was going to watch it the week after, but I just never got around to actually watching it, and here we are now. So now that I've gotten out of the way and I've explained to you guys right now, let's talk about the episodes I missed. Now, this is not really going to be, I say, a review. It's not. It's going to be kind of my thoughts of what has been going on in these past couple episodes, because I haven't talked about the past 3 episodes. Well, I'm 3 episodes behind, so this is going to be kind of different points, main points of discussion to talk about that's kind of been popping up for these past 3 episodes. Now, I'm going to let you know, I'm not going to cover every tiny little detail, but I want to get the entire point across that's been happening for these past 3 episodes. So, the first episode was a beach episode, of course, and it did have its own development. It had its own development about it, gave characterization, foreshadowing, and hints about what we should expect from the future of Classroom Crisis, especially with giving hints about Hanako and how she's an assassin, to the connection that Artis is connected to Nagisa, and so many other different plot points, along with, the relationship of A-Tech connecting with Nagisa and him growing closer to them, and also a ship forming, the little sister getting closer to Nagisa, which I ship it. I fucking ship it. So, now that I'm saying that, the first episode, like the one I didn't review with the beach episode, it was good, but it mainly was just there to set up some certain events for the later episodes. For instance, the last week's episode, and then this week's episode that just came out yesterday, that's kind of what the beach episode was for. With the one episode I missed last week, it was mainly about A-Tech trying to figure out how they can become cost efficient. For instance, they, as we know, are in a problem with their budget. They don't have a good budget, and they need to showcase that they can make shit and stand out among the crowd, even though they lack so much budget and they're being forced to almost be shut down. So, they're having to figure out ways to be able to design a new ship with new different ideas and actually cut costs. For instance, make it to where it doesn't waste as much energy, make it to where they could save money on these different parts, different things like that. And so, the episode I missed last week, it was really cool just getting to see how it was kind of realistic in a way with how they kind of broke down. It's like, okay, we've hit a wall. We have this wall with budget, we can't really get any more money, we need to figure out ways where we can expand and spread out the budget even more, where we can survive this entire crisis, which kind of, a pun towards Classroom Crisis, which is very ironic, actually, which I have noticed from this series, and I don't know if it was actually intended, or if it was just ironically happening in the series. Like, I don't know if the title was actually trying to intend to be like that, but let's talk about it. The last week's episode focused a lot on the classroom aspect. For instance, it had it to where Nagisa, he had this important business meeting coming up, and he was getting messed around, and just, he couldn't do shit. And, like, he constantly had to study, because he was failing in grades in the classroom, and he needed to figure out how he could pass while having time to go to his business meeting. And kind of the week before that with the beach episode, it was very similar to that, because Nagisa took a trip and he kept trying to do his work, and his work kept getting fucked up, the computer kept getting destroyed, which cost him to where he almost missed his entire due date with his business meetings. So, kind of the first 2 episodes, like, the beach episode and the episode after that, was kind of showcasing the classroom side of Classroom Crisis. And I like how that was done, actually. It's very ironic how they did that, because those episodes were showing that side of the series, and then the latest episode, this episode that came out this week, was showcasing the Crisis side. For instance, the darker side to the series. Now, of course, the last week's episode also had a dark side to it, especially finding out the backstory of Nagisa, how his back got scarred, what his fake stepbrother, I guess you could say, did to him, just so many different things that's happened to him. It goes to show you what type of life he's lived and why he has acted the way he's acted in the series. So Nagisa, I understand now why he is like he is, and also we kind of got a little bit of hints in these past couple episodes that Iris and Nagisa are related in some way. Like, for instance, there's some form of siblings or related by family or blood or some form of blood, because of certain hints that we've gotten in the past couple episodes. So Classroom Crisis is really building up to be a very good series these past couple episodes. Definitely the best episodes of the series. I mean, first couple episodes were really good. It got me into the series. That beach episode was like, meh. And then, you know, the latest episodes, these last 2 episodes, I was like, oh, this is pretty good. So I'm going to say right now, I'm glad I gave Classroom Crisis another shot. I really am. I'm glad I gave this another shot because it definitely is entertaining. I like the way the story is going, especially with, you know, behind the scenes with what the brothers are doing, the real brothers of the Kiryus, and how they're kind of doing shady shit and trying to fuck over these top officials. It's really cool. I like the direction it's taking, and I'm liking how Nagisa is slowly connecting with A-Tech and trying to better them and help them out behind the scenes. So yeah, I mean, Classroom Crisis, I'll give it another shot. Yeah, let's do this again, because it was fun. I had a lot of fun, you know, binge watching, you know, episodes 6 and 7 back to back, because it was very fun just to see this content and then see what was going down with the backstory of Nagisa and then what happened in this latest episode. Now, the cliffhanger we got in the latest episode, there is like a third party interrupting with A-Tech and Nagisa, because the brother, the older brother of Nagisa, supposedly, as we can tell, he set something up and he was trying to kill them off. Well, there was a ship that was unregistered carrying them off the path and taking them back to Mars. And it makes me assume there's a third party also a part of this. So who is it? But anyways, tell me your thoughts in the comments below. You all have a wonderful day or night. And I'm glad to be back for these reviews. And please be safe. Chibi out.